qualities and experience are necessary to be a woman venture capitalist?
So to be a good venture capitalist,
Yes.
I think there are a couple of important things. As I mentioned before, it's very much a people job.
Yeah.
And so a lot of venture folks are great technical folks, great engineers, but ultimately in the end, you need to be able to communicate, relate to entrepreneurs, work with them through the bad and the good, influence, debate important topics. And so I do think that one of the things that surprised me, frankly, about the job is the extent to which you actually need to have those interpersonal skills and be able to sort of pick up on those subtle cues.
Can I ask
Sure.
a question here? And often it doesn't come with the territory of being a technical person,
No,
does it?
that's why
In
it
fact,
takes a special type of
Yes,
person,
yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
who
So-
sort of can speak the language.
To have those two parts of the brain develop
Right.
is quite an interesting
Right.
combination.
I think that the other thing too I've seen too is that because you're multitasking,
Yes.
one of the benefits of doing what we're doing is that we can actually take learnings from one situation and apply it into another. And so some people are amazingly gifted at this sort of synthesis across sort of seeing patterns and applying them in different places. And I think the best venture capitalists are the ones who sort of can raise up to that level, sort of see those patterns and apply that level of pattern recognition, and those folks are able to really get to the heart of what the critical question facing a company is, and so I think that ability to be able to not get too mired in the details, but up level and get to the heart of the problem at hand, but also being able to synthesize across, kind of look at everything and then boil it down to the essence of what it really means for a company or for an opportunity.
So really getting to the heart of the company and their service. And would you say that quality, this is really interesting because no one's ever really spoken about this before, would you say that quality is also really important at the beginning when you're sizing up a business, about a startup, whether or not they're going to be viable?
Absolutely, because it's always easy to say no to an opportunity. You can always find a million reasons why not to do something. What's hard is to find the several reasons why something makes a lot of sense and kind of take that big leap into, okay, we're going to go do this and here's why. And oftentimes it does take a little bit of a leap of faith. I wouldn't say, there's usually strong rationale for it, but it may not be obvious on the surface.
Yes.
And I think great venture capitalists have a knack for seeing through that.
That's brilliant. Thank you for that. What is the key from your experience to bridge the gender gap with male venture capitalists, both for women venture capitalists and women entrepreneurs? And I know you don't see a great gap there, but many other people have fed back to me that as a woman venture capitalist and also as women entrepreneurs.
I'm probably a difficult person to ask that question to, because I'm one of those folks that I did master's engineering at Stanford, where I was of a 10% group of women in a class of a lot of men, and so I guess I've never really felt like there's a gap. I've just been one of the guys, and so I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to give you the most insightful answer on that one. And I think that maybe that's part of why I've been able to to do this job, is because I don't sort of view it as a man or a woman. It's and that's what I like about Silicon Valley is people say it is a meritocracy. It's about what you've done, and so it's really focusing on the product as opposed to
and also you're working
person.
For a firm who has the same, that holds that value very high.
And KP is a wonderful. We've got an amazing diversity of partners here, and it's important. It's great to be able to work with people from all around the world and have other. I think we're at 30% women partners at KP, which is phenomenal. It's great.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Okay, so you'll decline to really any.
I just again, I can't really talk to it from personal experience because that's just not how I view the world.
Yes, thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, sure.
today,
Happy to
Trae.
participate.
I really appreciate it.
I do have. I think as part of the reason why you're doing this project is I have a passion for women in technology, and so it's important for me, and one of the things that I'm doing, I talked about the pipeline in a couple of instances in our quick discussion, is getting young girls and kids, I focus on girls because I do think girls are the ones that do get left behind, but in grade school, excited and hands-on with technology, because I think that's really when it starts. And if we can get our young girls excited about building robots and fun things like that, then it inspires them, and they can visualize themselves as engineers in college. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to do outside of my job to sort of, I think help turn the numbers a little bit.
Yes, I agree, and I'm probably a bit older than you, but I got a scholarship to study maths at Sydney Uni, and I turned it down. And of course, at this point in my life, I'm very sad that I did that. But however, it was the time, and but I have had to teach maths to adult women, and often seeing a veil come over their eyes as soon as I get to the mathematic part. They will actually, I can't do that immediately without even trying. So it is an interesting piece that somehow there's been some idea that we can't do it or we're not good at it, which is definitely not the truth. And obviously people like yourself and other women who are sort of breaking that mold.
Yeah, but I had an interest in it from grade school, and I do think it starts in grade school. And so helping kids get excited by the spark of this is what technology enables me to do, whether it's computer programming or building robots. I don't think we do enough of that in our school system. And all over the world, I think. So I guess that you're a pathfinder, and you are breaking that mold, whether you found it by yourself or not, by helping young people to see that there's a different option. Thank you again. Yeah, no, thank you. It was great to meet you.
Appreciate the
contribution.
Sure thing.